Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. We have this special week. It's not the Wish Wednesday, it's the Wish Week. So we will have a whole week here for songs wished by you guys who wished on Gordon Guitar. So this time we'll bring up Big Thief. We have Big Thief here many times before. This time we have the song called Lorraine, a beautiful song. And this is special for you, Julia Mentlik. You've been with us here before on Gordon Guitar. Now you wish for Lorraine. So thank you very much. This one is a challenge. There's a lot of picking here. I'm gonna give you the basic chords, okay? So you can have the chords with you. But what I'm gonna show you here is the actual song and in depth here to show you the picking technique here and how it's done. So it's basically two different parts, one verse and one chorus that goes for 2 times, and that's it. But nevertheless, it's a lot of picking here. So yeah, let's do this together. So this is special for you, Julia Mentlik, and for all you Big Thief fans. A real Big Thief song, Lorraine. So let's start. We need to set our capo here on the 1st fret. And what I can see, we have 6 chords. So 6 chords to go over. So let's start with the chords first. We have the A minor. All right, so that is open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 1st B, and open E. And then we have the A minor, but with G in the bass. And for this one, I like to take it, just keep the A minor and add the 3rd fret on the E string with my little pinky. All right, so that is the easiest way for this specific song. So like I said, the A minor as it is, and you just add 3rd fret on the E string. All right, then the next chord will be F. So it's a bar here on the 1st fret, all strings, and the rest will be 3rd on A, 3rd on D, and 2nd on G. Next chord is G. So that is 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. We have next the 5th chord, the C. So that is 3rd on A, 2nd on D, open G, 1st B, and open E. And the final chord will be D minor. So that is open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 1st E. All right, so like I said, this is a picking song. It's based upon these chords, but it will be taught here with the picking technique. So let's start right away. We have the 1st verse, 1st part of it. It's with the chord progression C, F, G, and then C, F in the end. So you will play that for 2 rounds, that chord progression C, F, G, C, F. All right, so this picking will sound like this. All right, you're gonna play that for 2 rounds. So how do we do it? Let's start from the beginning with the C. All right, so that is 3rd on A, open G, open E, open G, and 1st B. I like to use my different fingers here for each and every string. That's how I was taught when I was younger. I played classical music, so that's very common. You can use a pick for it, it's up to you. I like to have my fingers. I feel I have more control over it, so that is my way of playing it. So the 1st part was C, like that. Then comes the F, sounds like this. So that is 1st fret on E string in the bass, then 3rd fret D string, then 2nd G, then back to 3rd fret D, and then 1st B. So then we have the G. Sounds like this. All right, so that is 3rd fret on E string, then open G, then 3rd E in the top string, back to open G, and 1st E in top. So. And then we'll have the final 2 parts left there, the C and F, and it's just one picking for each chord there. The C will be that picking, so that is 3rd on A together with 2nd D. And then you have the F-based picking here, and that is 3rd on D together with 2nd G. So what you do there, you just have the same repair, and then you move everything 1 string down like that. All right, so that is the first part, you can say, from the first or the only verse we have. So it sounds like this from the beginning till the end, and I'm gonna play it slow for you. Play that for 2 rounds. All right, then we're gonna continue with this still first verse in the lyrics, like we were 2 lovers. Okay, so we will play first the A minor, then the A minor G chord, and then the F, and then the G, and we can stop at that part or that point. So that part will sound like this, from A minor G, the F, and the G. All right, so we're gonna take that part now. It starts with A minor, like I said, so hold the chord as it is, and then you're gonna play open A, then 2nd D, and then you play the 1st B together with open E, then 2nd D, and then 1st B open E together again, and 2nd D. So you're basically playing the open A, and then you're alternating the 2nd D with the 1st B together with open E. So then the next chord will be the A minor G. So you're gonna play the bass note now, the new bass note on the 3rd fret E string, and the rest will be played in exact same way. So 3rd E string, and then 2nd D, and then 1st B with open E, 2nd D, and then 1st B with open E, and 2nd D. So the pattern is exactly the same here, just a different bass note. So A minor is with open A, then A minor G with 3rd E. All right, then we move on to the F. This pattern here you will play for 2 times, okay? So it's like this. That's 1 round, so you play it for 2 times. So that is 1st on E string in the bass, then 3rd A string, and then you have 3rd D string together with 2nd G, then 3rd A, then 3rd D together with 2nd G, and 3rd A. That's it. So you see the pattern is the same here as the A minor and A minor G. You have the bass first, and then you're alternating the 3rd A with 3rd D, 2nd G. And you play that for 2 times, so that will be alright, so that was the F. And then we have the final G here that will sound like this. pause after that. So that will be third on E, open G, open B, open G. Then comes the third E in the top string, then open G, and first E in the top string. And after that note, first E in the top string, there will be a pause for the final parts of this still first verse, okay? So, to repeat everything now, A minor, G, F and G, that will sound like this slowly. And then we have in the lyrics with such perfect diction, and that is a pretty fast switch between different chords. So the chords will be G, C, F, C, G. All right, that part will sound like this. All right, so the first is the G there, so we're gonna play the second A together with third B, and then the open G. And the open G will be alternating here through this 5 chords here. So the G part was like that. So second A together with third B, and then the open G. And then we have the C based picking here. That will be third on A together with open E and open G as the alternating notes. Then we have the F parts. That will be open D string together with first E in the top string and alternating with the open G. Then comes the C. That will be played in the same way as the C we just looked at. Third A together with open E in the top and alternating with the open G. And then we have the final chord, which is the G, played in the same way as the first G there. So second A together with third B and open G. All right, so it goes pretty fast there, but I believe you need to get a couple minutes for this just to nail it. Look at the grips, and then it's pretty easy. You're just alternating the grips with the open G notes. So slowly it will sound like this. And then we have the final chords left here for the first verse. It's a long verse, a lot of playing and picking. So I understand that, but we are at the final parts now. So it will be F, C, and 2 Gs. All right. So that F will be played in the same way as we played the F here in this A minor, G, F, and G. So that F was like that. We looked at that already. And then you're gonna play that for 1 round. And then comes the C. You're gonna play that C in the same way as you played the C in the beginning of this verse here. So it was this part. So third A, open G, open E, open G, first B. So 1 round of that. And then you will end with 2 rounds of G. And this G will play like this. That was 2 rounds. So 1 round is, so you basically just need to hold the 3rd fret on the E string in the bass. So 3rd fret E, then open D, and then open G and open B together, and then open D, then open G, open B together, and open D. So you see it's a similar picking pattern here. First the bass note, and then you're alternating the open D with the open G, open B together, like that. You play that for 2 rounds, and that is actually the last chord or picking for the verse. Okay, so just to go over the first verse, it's a long one, a lot of switches and pickings. So I'm just gonna mention the chords as they come for you, and then I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna play it a little bit slower than the standard tempo for you to really hang on there and really see what we're playing and doing there. So the chords are gonna be C, F, G, C, F. That is one chord progression. You play that for 2 rounds, and then comes the part A minor, then A minor G, then F 2 times, then G 1 time, and then comes this G, C, F, C, G parts, goes pretty fast. And then we have the final F 1 time, C 1 time, and G 2 times. All right, so I'm gonna take you through this, play a little slow, so let's go. So that is the verse. Now that takes us to the chorus, and this chorus is very short, so we already managed to do kind of 80% of the song. Okay, so chords, the chord progression here will be 1 round of F, 1 C, and 2 G's, then 1 D minor, 1 G, and 1 C. Okay, so let's start with the F. That F is played in the same way as the last F we play there. All right, so 1 round of that. Then 1 round of C. So that C is played in the same way as we played the other C's. So like that. The C we played in the beginning. And then we have 2 G's, and the 2 G's are played in the same way as the last G we learned in the end of the verse there. So it's all right, so it's 3rd on E, open D, open G, B, and then open D, open G, B, and open D. 2 rounds of that, so then comes a D minor. That is played like this. So very easy, you just go down and up on the strings. So that will be open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, 1st E, back to 3rd B, and back to 2nd G. You just hold the chord as it is and go from the D string down to E, and back on B and G. All right, so 1 round of that, and then we have 1 round of G in the same way as the G we just played and looked at. And then we have the final chord, the C, and this is a different C with a little bit different ending there. It sounds like this. All right, so that is 3rd on A, 2nd on D, 1st on B, 2nd on D, then you go up to 3rd on E. With this finger you're holding on 3rd A, you go to 3rd E, and then play the 2nd D, and you end and go back to the 3rd A. So the last C was like this. And that is actually what this song is all about, because it will just play in the same way again from the second verse. You just play in the same way as the first one, and it will repeat itself again with the last chorus. So nothing is new from this point. So I'm gonna play the last, or this chorus for you we just looked at. So it will sound like this, a little bit slower. That is the chorus. And that pretty much covers Big Thief's Lorraine. So yeah, I'm really happy for you guys who gave me this challenge, especially for you, Julia Mentlik. You've been with us here for a while. Thank you for showing me this song. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, especially for you and all you Big Thief fans. This is a true kind of Big Thief song with a lot of pickings and beautiful lyrics and melody and all that good stuff that they usually bring. So yeah, stay tuned, especially this week. It's Wish Week, so you wished for this songs we're gonna bring up here. So perhaps it's your song. So stay tuned and hope to see you soon. Play tuned.